Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88 and we are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook. We are in Pacific Bay, heading on to Rhine Canyon. Gonna be heading on to case number 39. Let's head over. This case is called Road to Nowhere. You all did such great work solving cases in Ivywood, especially you, Marshal Ace. But it's time to leave the glamour and glitz behind. We're headed to Rhine Canyon, the desert district. Rhine Canyon is a beautiful wilderness, if a little harsh, but it's also an excellent place to hide if you're breaking the law. The district's law enforcement could use our expertise. It appears that the officers there are a little overwhelmed. Rhine Canyon, that's the place with all the UFO sightings, right? There seems to be one every week. Yeah, well, we don't need to be overly concerned about UFOs. There are more important issues, I'm sure. Marshal Ace, I want you and Frank to head out to Rhine Canyon first to get a feel for the place. Great, it'll be like living in a country song. Let's head out on the road again. Could our luck be any worse? A flat tire on a desert highway? Give me a break. And my phone has no reception, of course. Ace, could you check the trunk for a spare tire? What now? You spotted something odd? Well, I'll take care of the tire while you go investigate. Of course I see something. Route 76. So instead of Route 66, it's Route 76. So if you guys could all like and comment down below, really means a lot to me. Found some cool stuff. In the last case, you guys hit 260 likes. That's pretty darn impressive. 260 is, I believe, like one of the highest likes I've ever got. So I don't know if you guys ever got to 300, that'd be incredible. Alright, so tire tracks, apple, sandal, blackbird, victim's body, and a faded badge. Perfect. Rock that. Also like to mention that we are getting close to 25,000 subscribers. Be hitting that pretty darn soon. That is incredible, guys. I think we're at 24,800, and that's just incredible. Whoa, some poor kid's been impaled on a cactus. I agree, cacti don't do this on their own. This man was murdered. What are the odds that we break down right by a dead body? You see anything else, Ace? A faded plastic badge, huh? Top of it says Redstone Army Base. Wonder what it's doing out here. I'm sure you'll unveil the missing information. You always do. That tire track wasn't left by our car, so it must have been left by the killers. Let's have a look at the database to see which car it matches with. Interesting. It almost has a little bit of a vibe of Alden Green. But anyways, guys, I'm going to grab a whole bunch of stars, and I will see you right back here. This is Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we're back. Grabbed a whole bunch of stars, and let's start using them. After playing Elite Mode, man, you can rack up stars in this no problem. Hey, I sure hope you find a match in the database for the tire tracks you found at the crime scene. It could be essential for catching the killer. Thank you for being so positive, Frank. Normally you're a little negative. Let's see. Nah, it's this one. Should've known. Nope. There we go. I still got 9. So tire tracks left on the crime scene with the killer match tires used on pickup trucks, huh? No offense to your skills, Ace, but we're in the desert. If a person isn't riding a horse, they're in a pickup truck. Of course, you're right. Looking for the killer who drives a pickup truck will be essential to finding who killed this poor kid. Wow, that got like no percentage. Which means we're probably getting a whole bunch more clues. Redstone Army Base. Oh, is this Colonel Spangler? What? Thought he was in jail. Holy horny toads, is that Colonel Spangler on the badge you found in the crime scene? Last time we met Spangler, he was running the Army's crazy weather machine project in Jazztown. The badge says that he's now attached to the Redstone Army Base. Nobody's below a certain clearance level can access that place. I'm with you, Ace. Let's call in Colonel Spangler and ask what his badge was doing at our crime scene. Oh, I was thinking of Secret Experiments. I forget what that guy's name is. But yeah, Colonel Spangler was from the Weathers vein. That's back in no, I think Jazztown. Yeah. What's up, Colonel Spangler? Can't seem to shake the Pacific Bay Police. To what do I owe the pleasure, Marshal Ace? Well, Marshal Ace found your army badge near a murder victim and is wondering how it got there. Well, I can't tell you anything about my activities in Rhine Canyon, as you might imagine. Yeah, but taking a look at the photo shouldn't hurt your security clearance. Do you recognize this young man? Well, yeah. Actually, that's Cal Stark. So you knew him, and you don't sound surprised to hear of his murder. Believe what you will. Cal lived on the only farm for miles. It's off Route 76. You can't miss it, Marshal Ace. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some top secret work to do. Isn't it convenient for Colonel Spangler that he can never tell us anything? You're right, Ace. At least that jerk gave us a lead. We should follow it and head over to the victim's farm. Yeah, Colonel Spangler doesn't really like the police. But then again, we've outed him for being kind of corrupt, so... Okay, now I'm actually going to, just for funsies, actually use the time 6 because I've already played the time attack scene all the way through, so I should theoretically know where everything is. So, like, blue tractor's here, boom, wind chime, roasted chicken, wooden crate. So, and then that gives me basically a star. I don't really need it at this point, but thought I'd go for it anyways. Yeah, I got some coins back too. I have to ask, who farms wheat out in the desert? Good thing it isn't a cactus farm. How ironic would that be? Anyway, looks like you just found some clues, Ace, like a torn photo. Are you sure it's not just trash? I do hope you didn't pick up that crate of animal feed looking for a snack. Joking. Have a ball searching through it. Yeah, whatever we search through that crate, we're going to have to examine it even further. I just know it because, as you can tell, we're only at like 32% or something like that. We got to be at like 50 usually when we're waiting for everything. All right, here we go. We're getting somewhere. We get a suspect. The photo you restored shows the victim, but who's the old guy next to him? Whoever it is, we'll know soon enough. You'll use your database searching skills to find the name in no time, I'm sure. Yep, knew it. One of these we were going to examine even further. Okay, he's got that weird thing in the front of his hair. Ah, what's the difference between those two? Oh, it's his eyebrows, I think. Here we go. Looks like a scary guy. Jordan Stark. Oh, probably his dad. So the old guy in the photo you put back together is called Jordan Stark. The file also says that Mr. Stark is the victim's grandfather. Grandfather, wow. We should definitely go have a chat with Mr. Stark. He should be told what has happened to his grandson. Something tells me he probably won't be shocked that his grandson is dead. Just a thought. Anyways, I don't really want to talk to a suspect. I really want to get that extra investigation thing going. Come on. I see it. Revolver. So what'd you find in the animal feed, Ace? A mini revolver. I suspect a bigger gun on a farm. And how did it end up here? Let's give this mini revolver to Hannah. I bet she can track down who it belongs to. There we go. There's our over 50%. Let's a scorcher today, folks. Would you like some fresh lemonade to cool off a bit? I would love some. Very kind, Mr. Stark. Marshal Ace and I came to give you some sad news. It's your grandson. We found his body along Route 76. His body? Cal's dead? It appears he was murdered. Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to hurt Cal? Oh, Lord, I was afraid this would happen. His parents died in a car wreck when Cal was 10. Me and Cal were all the family left to one another in the world. I raised him the best I could, but I have no farm to run. I couldn't keep my eyes on him. Oh, but I have a farm to run. I couldn't keep my eyes on him all the livelong day. But I should have tried harder. I let Cal down. He seems too nice. He really does. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna grab some stars, wait a couple hours, and I'll see you guys in a little bit. This is Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, folks, we're back. Grabbed a bunch of stars. Let's use some cash. Howdy, Ace. I examined the tiny revolver you found on the victim's farm, and aren't those revolvers ridiculous? They couldn't dent a tin can. Believe me, Frank, in the right hands, a mini revolver could do just as much damage as a full-size gun. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, I checked out the local gun database and it's registered to Anna Herdez, a Rhine Canyon Highway trooper. Huh. Oh goody, we finally get to meet a member of the local law enforcement. Maybe she can explain why we're doing all the work for them. And while she's at it, maybe this Anna character can tell us what her mini revolver was doing at our victim's farm. Frank, don't piss off the local law enforcement. Not a good idea. She looks guilty. Oh, that's where my little gun was. And we must have fallen off while I visited the farm to check up on Cal Stark. Cal's a real troublemaker, and it's my job to keep the peace in Rhine Canyon. Well, your checkups didn't do much good. Your teenage troublemaker was murdered. Cal Stark is dead? Well, I'm not totally surprised. Cal was bound to end up in big trouble. He was mostly pulling petty crimes, but I've seen a lot of kids like him over the years, and it never ends well. Sucks though, man. Alright, let's speed this up too. So I heard you guys had a flat tire. Looks like you weren't the only people who got punctured on Route 76. Wow, Roxy. Wow. The cactus was indeed the murder weapon, and it's a breed with exceptionally hard spines. They're like the ice picks of the desert, and as if a desert needed ice picks. You're seriously telling us that the cactus killed the victim? The killer got lucky, in a way. One of the cactus spines damaged the victim's liver. Toxins tainted his blood. He was poisoned by his own body. The sad part is that he might have lived if someone had helped him down and got him to a hospital. But I do have some good news. Bruising around the abdomen showed that the victim was pushed into the cactus. How's that good news? The bruising helped me find the amount of force needed to impale the victim, which showed me that the killer weighs 210 pounds. Nice. Very specific, but I like it. You know, I don't tend to get emotional, Ace, but our victim was just a kid. He had his whole life ahead of him, and someone pinned him to a cactus and left him there. Poor Jordan Stark, losing the only family he had. I know we have to treat him as a suspect, but I don't have to like it. Spangler wasn't helpful at all, as per usual, but he did recognize the victim. So who's to say he isn't hiding something from us? Working at that super secret army base. And that Anna Hernandez, she lost her gun and didn't even notice. If that's local law enforcement, we have our work cut out for us. Where's Marshal Ace? I'm here to pick up Cal Stark's Bobby. Bobby Wyatt? Who the flip is that? Wow. Alright, dude. Well, anyways, guys, see you guys all in the next chapter. Make sure to like and comment down below. This is Pitching Ace 88. Over and out.